lovelies, and welcome to today's video. Today I thought it would be nice to do a crystal reading. So these are my latest crystal deck. I have a few, but this is by far my favourite. It's just, you'll see in a minute, the cards are stunning. So I thought I would just show you the cards and how I'm going to do a 3-card reading and what the crystals I draw on the reading mean. So I got this this deck off of Amazon. I'm not affiliated in any way. It's just a deck that I really like, and I wanted to share it with you. Okay, so it's daily crystals. So each card, you can see they're so pretty. It's so nice. Each card has one crystal on it, and what I absolutely love about this deck is that it's just so crisp and clear, and the pictures of the crystals are so detailed as well. I mean, the photography on it is just absolutely lovely. So I'm going to move the box out of the way. And then on the other side, it's just a collection of crystals. And it's just so colourful and pretty. I just absolutely love it. Sometimes you can be wanting to use a crystal or see what crystal you're drawn to, or you might have an issue that you're wondering what crystal you can use for it, and having a deck like this that has so many crystals is a really good tool to be able to ask a question to just see where your intuition leads you and what card you draw to be which crystal you may need. It may be a crystal that you already have in your collection, which is great, because then you can go ahead and just start using that crystal. Or it might not be, so there might be one that you want to look up and you may want to order it if it's one that you keep recurringly drawing out of the deck. Or you may just want to channel some energy from the picture of the card itself. Put it in a prominent place for you that day, so that you can draw the energy. As I said before, it's all about intention when it comes to crystals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the deck a shuffle, and I'm just going to ask the deck for a very open-ended question of what message or what is it that I need to know right now. So it's whoever you feel you connect with when you do a reading, whether that be your spirit guides, angels, whatever it is that you, or your higher self, whatever you tune into, ask the question. And I'm going to ask, what do I need to know right now? So that's what I'm asking, and then I will shuffle until I feel ready to stop. Oh, okay, we'll come back to that one. When you're shuffling cards and a card jumps out of the deck, don't put it back in. Leave it, because it's a sign that it's a card that you need to see. So I'm going to put that to one side and we'll read that one afterwards. So I'm going to continue shuffling now. Okay, I feel good stopping there. So I'm going to draw a 3-card reading for this. So I'm going to do my past card, present card, and a future card. And I'll just place my deck to the side. Okay, so this is quite a standard 3-card reading where you have a past, a present, and a future card. So this is something that's maybe the root of a situation that's going on right now. This is about maybe a situation or where things are right now. And this is an indication of what could happen in the coming months. So it's not super long term with the future, because we do have the ability to change and make our own decisions. But this is some guidance on what could happen in the next few months. And then that jumping card we'll have a look at the end and see how that, if at all, fits in with what we've got here. Okay, so my past card is Lemurian Quartz. Now this is a crystal that I do not have. I have a number of quartzes, but I don't have Lemurian Quartz. And the message behind this crystal is to practice patience. So immediately off the bat, I get that, because patience is not something that I was gifted with. I can have a tendency to want to rush ahead and just do things, or become impatient. So that that kind of makes sense to me. Then we have our present card, and we have Pyrite, or Fool's Gold. Let the money flow in. Well, that's interesting as well. That's intriguing. I'm not quite sure what to think of that yet. We'll look at the deeper meaning of that in a moment. And then the future card, we have Pink Opal. Be kind to yourself. So this is sending me a message that in the coming months, maybe I need to be kinder to myself, which again does resonate with me at the moment because I've not been feeling too well. I've had various issues the last few weeks, and I do think that it comes down, a lot of it does come down to not prioritising my self-care as much as I should do. So I'm going to have a look, because this is a very new deck to me, so I am going to glance at the deck. Comes with a nice guidebook there explaining in detail more about the cards. So I'm going to have a quick look at what the Lemurian Quartz is telling me about my past situation and see if that resonates with you at all at the moment. So it says practice patience. So it says to slow down. There's no need to hurry or rush through life. Now this is something that even my husband has said to me in the last few weeks, because we're trying to move house and the house is on the market, and it's something that I don't have control over, obviously. So it's difficult for me to just sit back and wait. It's not in my nature. So it says here that there's enough time for you to do everything that you need to do and learn to quiet the restless parts of yourself. And there's a difference being busy, and there's a difference between being productive. So I am very aware of that. I actually released a podcast episode about that very thing a few weeks back called Are You Busy? And it's about the glorification of busyness. So that does make sense to me. I should take my own advice. And make sure you spend precious time on things that matter. Patience is not something you acquire once and never have to think of again. It's something that you need to consciously practice. So yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me at the moment. So moving on to the present, the Pyrite, the Fool's Gold. I do have this in my collection. I have it in its tumbled form. So it says a financial breakthrough is on its way. So that's encouraging. I like the sound of that. And you have the power to create the wealth you desire if you put the time and energy needed into pursuing your financial goals. Now, I think these two connect quite well here, about being patient, taking things slow, doing things right, will then lead on to hard work paying off and this financial breakthrough coming on its way. So you are on the right track. Keep working, keep moving, and keep going, and you will reap the rewards. So that's great as well. That makes a lot of sense. So those two are linking together quite well. And then we have Pink Opal is my future card. So we'll look up Pink Opal. Where are we? Here we are. So be kind to yourself. So as I said, I may have been neglecting myself the last couple of weeks or so. So it says here to cut yourself some slack. The way you talk to yourself can either lift you up or tear you down. So be mindful of your internal dialogue. So this is something that I talk about quite a lot in my podcasts, my videos, things I share on social media. And sometimes taking your own advice is the hardest thing to do. And I think this is telling me that I do need to take my own advice, cut myself some slack, and be mindful and to take care of myself, and make a conscious shift to speak to yourself with more compassion, empathy, and kindness. And this is something I think probably a lot of us could do with doing, because we're always so quick to question ourselves and to talk ourselves down. So treat yourself as well as you would treat others all the way you'd expect others to treat you, and it all starts with your inner voice. So yeah, that definitely makes a lot of sense. So we have my patience here telling me to slow down and do things right, let things take their course, and then this will pay off for me. And then alongside that, I need to look after myself it would be to enjoy the benefits and reap the benefits without feeling horrid. So I think those three, it's always good when you do a card reading, is to see how all of the cards connect and how they tell a story, because then you get an overall bigger picture. So I'm loving what that says. So if you remember, we had a card that jumped out, and we have Unakite. Now Unakite is a crystal that I have a lot of, because it's a great detox and cleansing card. So I use it quite a lot anyway. So the message on there is live in the now. So we'll see how this complements the reading that I've got myself here. So if we look up Unakite, the live in the now, again, could be about being patient and not trying to rush things forwards. So it says there's no time like the present. The past is done. The future hasn't happened yet. So ground yourself in the here and now. So it says with busy lives and busy minds, this can be difficult for us to do. But it's something that you have to kind of consciously make an effort to do, and that is to be mindful and be present in the now and try to avoid distractions or let your mind wander, and to put your heart and soul into every action and bring a sense of gratitude to where you are in life. So this is a lesson that I am trying to teach myself at the moment, to stop myself from being impatient and rushing forward, and to be grateful for where I am, and let that message of gratitude go out into the universe, because as you know, what we put out, law of attraction, is what we get back. So yes, I think that fits in really well. So I have a nice overall picture there of my reading. And yes, that was quite simple. It's a really easy deck to use. It's the descriptions in the book are really clear and concise. It's really clear also to see the pictures of the crystals. So I have crystals in my collection that I have acquired over the years that I couldn't conclusively tell you what they are. I have an idea of what they are. So the clearness of these pictures on this deck is great, because if you have got crystals you want to identify, or you're looking for a certain type of crystal, then these pictures are a great depiction for you to match them up with, because they're just so clear, they're just so lovely. I love just shuffling through this deck and just playing with them, shuffling through, stopping, drawing a card or picking the top card. It's how I connect with a lot of my decks and kind of form kind of an energetic bond with them to get the most out of them. So I hope you found that useful. If there's readings that you want to do, maybe it's a deck that you would be interested in getting, especially if you love crystals. It's ideal because it works very well with crystals as well as on its own. It helps you learn more about crystals. It has some meanings behind each of them, and it has descriptions in the book as well of actions that you can carry out. I'll just show you quickly here. Each crystal has a crystal action. So for each one that you pick out of the deck, it will suggest an affirmation or something you can do with that crystal to help you along the way with what it's trying to tell you. So as I said, I got this on Amazon. It seems to be quite easily available, and I highly recommend it for any crystal lover or just card deck collectors in general, really, because it's just so simple to use, and it's just so clear, concise, and it's just pretty, and I love it. So I hope that that was interesting. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you'd like to see more of these crystal readings or card readings in general, because I have a whole ton of decks, then go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and that will let me know that you'd like to see more card readings, and I will go ahead and do that as well. And comment below on what's your favourite deck. What is a deck that you absolutely love using for your card readings? This is definitely my favourite at the moment from all of the ones that I have. And if you're new here, click subscribe so that you can always keep up to date with my videos, and I will speak to you very soon. Have a great week. Bye.